All right. It says starting. Okay, we're live.
Hello everyone.
You gotta
This
close
is
that window. You gotta
yeah,
Oh,
walk.
I
it's
forgot.
Close
cool.
it.
It's cool.
All right, we should be good
You
now.
missed me too, Mitchie. All right. Just wait.
Oh,
Okay, there we
there it is.
Yeah.
go.
Good
Good morning.
job.
Hey, good morning, everyone. And this is me, Lady Infamous 415. This is Grown Women Gaming Volume 90. We've been gone for a minute, but we back now. Um, I want to thank everybody that stopped by this morning, and I want to thank my lovely ladies out here in these streets. Like I said, we've been gone for a little bit. Charisse, let's start off with you. What you been doing and what you been playing?
What have I been playing? Well, I've been at conference. That's what I've been at this past week. So if I haven't been streaming, I have been away from my TV and my Xbox, which I kissed when I got home last night because I missed it.
Your ex,
Yes, I kissed my Xbox.
you like that
Because I
person.
missed it. But I have been playing. I actually, since I was away from my TV, I brought my Switch with me, and I finally beat Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. And I low key hate this game. I wish I had never bought it for my birthday. I wish that it was never made. It is the first game that actually makes me want to do a full review on it because it is just that disgraceful to the series that Legends and the previous Ultimate Alliance games did. It is a horrible game. The story makes no sense whatsoever. If you was in a movie in the last 5 years, you got put in this game, even if you made no sense whatsoever. It was just thrown in here. Um, Basically, this game is a cash grab. This is not a very good game. Oh my god, I hate this game.
Oh wow,
But
you
I'm
really
playing it.
you
I
you was
really,
you were
I
excited
like
about that game though.
okay. You remember because only reason I dusted my damn Switch off in the first place was to play this game. Um, no,
Can you
boo.
trade it? Can you trade it for something else?
I don't even know. It probably already too late now. I
Man,
have to check my receipt.
you better do a
Um,
birthday do over. Birthday do over. I'm telling you.
but this game is like I can't. The good thing about it is that it has all these different characters, but the bad thing is about it is just it outweighs it. Like the it takes so long to get the ultimate costumes, and some costumes are just a color switch. Like they're not even getting the costumes from the comic books or even the ones in the movies. They're just basically doing a different color scheme. Like that is not an alternate costume. That's just a different color scheme. People, you're lying to your people. You're lying. Um, so I beat it the first time. My four main characters are level 40 something, no, 48 or something. They're not even strong enough to play it on the higher level. You have to be basically in like level 50 to to go to the next stage of the game, but you can't because all of your people are still at 17 and 20. They don't level up. It's so confusing the choices they made for this game. I just I can't. I can't. Nobody plays this game. I cannot report. I mean, encourage people to buy this game. I really can't unless you got it on sale. Do not buy this game. It is
Mm.
not a. It is. I'm so disappointed.
So you're saying so because it was a Switch exclusive, right? So you say
Yes,
Yeah.
it doesn't it pales in comparison to the other two games?
yes. You remember back in the day how much me and my ex significant other used to play damn Legends game on Marvel Alliance.
Yeah.
I I even rebought them on when they came out on the you could for the Xbox One. I
Yeah,
rebought
when they
those
had the
games.
yeah.
Yeah, which you can't get anymore. I just want to point that out. They have officially been pulled from the store, so you cannot buy
Right.
these games. Um, nah, boo. And I think it would have been better. I would have enjoyed if you could get if there was achievements for this game. I would have blew that out the water. But it's no, no. It's a disgrace to the whole series. Like you
Wow.
don't even get you X Men. Like, you don't even the only X Men you get is Wolverine, and then later on you don't get Storm to like halfway to the end of the game.
Oh, that's
Um,
cold.
I
Mm.
know. And then they got her with, which is interesting. They got her with Black Panther because you remember in the comics they're married, but they're also divorced, and then she
Mhm.
had their divorce annulled. So legally they are not together, but they make it implied that she's still queen of Wakanda when she's
Mm.
not. You have to
Mm.
read into the notes and stuff. It's all confusing. And I'm like, if I was a kid just watching this, I would be like, nah, boo.
Wow.
Um, Yeah, I'm so disappointed in this game.
Okay. Anything for any other than that? I mean, no fun games.
Other than
Outside of
that, of
that,
course. Other than that, of course, I've been playing Destiny.
We got
As
your
you can see,
gameplay up here,
yeah,
right?
this is my gameplay right here. I have finished the initial storyline of Shadowkeep. Of course, with Destiny, there's more things you have to do, but you have to find that shit out. But Shadowkeep, I don't want to say is on level with Forsaken. Like you have to ask when Boogie asks Boogie what she thinks about it. But it's up there. It is better than, to me, it's better than the Taken King. Of course it's better, of course, the Curse of Osiris and the other one, the Warmind one, is way better than that. But anybody, what's the girl named Eris Moon, that child need
yeah,
therapy. Like she literally need a licensed therapy and some psycho drugs, like stat. This girl is she but if she needs Jesus, she needs
yeah.
some help. um and of course, when you talk about Destiny, you have to talk about now that it's free to play. um I never thought I would see that happen. I'm politely shocked about that,
About
but
it
it
being
is
free to play.
free to, yeah. I never did think it would go free to play because it's such
I mean,
a
it'll help with
big
PvP
game.
for sure.
It does. I'm every time, like I have no empty games on anything, especially that Vex offensive thing. Like you are always have a full party to play. Um, all the lobby areas are always full. All of that is just awesome. So I am enjoying the Destiny. I I am. I don't know. I'm enjoying Destiny for once. Well, Forsaken was good, but for twice, I am enjoying
For
Destiny.
twice.
All right. How about you, Delilah?
Man, so just like Charisse, I was on a conference. I went to the Grace Hopper celebration last week, so that's why we didn't weren't able to have a show last Saturday. But it was nice. It's an all female conference for women in tech, and it was good to kind of get some different perspective. Very empowering type conference. But yeah, that was good. On the gaming side of things, I've been playing Link's Awakening on Switch. So I've been on my Switch games since I've been traveling. So between that and some XCloud stuff, that's pretty much it as far as gaming. So not too much. I'm ready to jump back into Destiny though, since you're
Oh, you
hearing
go
about.
No, you serious?
Yeah,
Well, I'm
she
hearing
can't be
about
left out
Shadowkeep.
now.
On
She
that
can't be left
Destiny?
out.
Yeah,
Nah.
come on, you already know how I get. Like I
Yeah,
can't. It's like
yeah.
Boogie said. I gotta get to that 900. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do something.
You at least gotta enjoy the crazy with the rest of us, like for
Right.
real.
Yeah, and it's
The
fun.
Spooky
Like
for
that
sure.
gameplay is good though. Like that gunplay. It's the gunplay.
Yeah.
It's
That's why they
addicting.
able to make us play the same crap we've been playing since
Hmm.
D1 and
Hmm.
repackaging it, and we still playing it.
Yep, because it's that Halo, that classic Halo feel. Or, and the enemies. It's just. I mean, some things about it need to change, but they keep trying to make it spicy. They keep trying to add little things. So
Oh yeah.
I keep playing it.
Wait till you get no finishers, man. The finishers are awesome. I don't care.
Yeah, I heard they dope. I
I
heard
just
they
got the
fire.
second one.
Yeah,
So
I got my
I
second one.
so I got to jump on my as lady would say, Destiny grind.
That Destiny grind.
Right.
Okay. All right. I will. Godspeed, Delilah.
Hmm.
Um, what about you, El Boogie? What you been doing lately?
Um, so I moved. I'm here on the East Coast now.
Yay!
Right,
I'm
Woo,
not the only one.
right.
Yay!
Yeah, you were for a minute, but a hot second. But
yeah.
yeah, so now I'm here and I'm starting to get settled in. I actually got furniture being delivered today, and I played some Apex this morning. I've been playing Destiny, but pretty much just Destiny and Apex until the 24th, and then we got Outer Worlds that comes out and Call of Duty.
Yes.
So I'll have that stuff to play too.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I got my
That's
night
Game
vision
Pass.
goggle one coming.
I know. I know. Oh my god, I forgot about that game.
Into my Outer Worlds on Game Pass.
Outer
Yeah.
Worlds on Game Pass. You can
Oh
actually
yeah.
download it now, people, if you didn't
Oh,
know.
oh, oh, oh,
I'll do
let me
that.
do that right now.
Let me
I'll
set
do.
that up. I can do that
All
through my
right.
phone. I
Yeah.
can do it through the phone.
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the phone. Hold on, yeah. Go ahead,
Mhm.
continue.
Continue. Carry on. Carry on.
So I finished most of the story for Shadowkeep. I think I just got like one last thing to do. I got all the armor. I did the mission where you got to fight all the what are they called? Demons or whatever they're calling them.
The nightmares. They're not
Yeah,
demons. They're nightmares.
So I did the mission where you got to fight all the different nightmares, where it's basically you fight a little bit of every big monster we've fought so far.
And the entire history of Destiny.
Yeah, which is pretty
Wow.
cool because it keeps switching. And then you're like nostalgia. You're like, damn, I remember fighting this dude. He got on my nerves. But yeah, so I don't know. It's something.
So
about
they pretty much
Destiny, just
recycling
keep you
assets,
coming back.
basically, what you're saying.
In a way, yes, they are. But then it's slightly different, I guess. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's still the same area. Like the moon is completely the same.
It's the
from
same
when
map.
it was.
It just is like way updated. Like
Yeah.
it looks a lot nicer, but the actual roadmap is the same. Like if you remember how to get places from D1, you'll remember how to get places here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And I played
But then
it
they've
way
added
too
stuff
much,
to
so
it.
I know exactly where to go.
All right. Interesting. What I do? I went to TwitchCon 2 weeks ago. It was cool. I might do something like I did a couple of videos on my YouTube channel. I think I had better content than the year before. Not like editing wise, but like as actual footage. I'm okay with that. So I'm satisfied with the progress of that. Because before I probably could have did like a 6-minute video. Now I did like 3 15-minute videos. I love it. You know what I mean? I've been playing Jump Force, which is on Game Pass. And it's, Bandai Namco, they do some good fighting games, but their story modes is trash. I'm like the first few hours, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to get into the story, bam, fight. Then I caught on what I was doing. I'm rescuing somebody and I go get the cube and they come to the squad. And when you do that for like 3 hours at a time, man, I'm at the point where I'm trying to fight. I'm trying to like get into these matches. I'm trying to progress. So I'm at a point that, okay, I'm just doing matches to see how far I can go. I think I'm on chapter 2 or 3. I'm trying to beat that game. I also tried to play
Just hold tight. Should just do its thing.
Yeah, it says reconnection successful, but I'm waiting for us to come back up.
It's back up on YouTube.
You're back
okay.
up? Okay.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, there's puzzles involved, and that's my kryptonite. I was first scared because with that dog ain't by you. I forgot his name, Buddy or whatever. I was like, I couldn't get past the. I couldn't. I was stuck at one point, like for 45 minutes.
Did you get like lost in the woods, or was it just like enemy that you couldn't get past, or something?
No, like a puzzle I couldn't figure out.
Okay.
Because it was like, you got to grab something from the car, but then I'm looking for the car, but it ain't the car that I'm looking for. And then I hear the dog go, and I'm looking at it, and it's these little twig, like trees and twigs and rope, like it looked like a voodoo doll. And then that's how the dog get agitated, and then you break it, and he cool. He be cool and stop barking. I was like, it became scary, then it became frustrating, and I was like, man, fuck this. I also played World War Z, which is on Game Pass too. I've been playing all the Game Pass. I've been playing all the games
for Xbox and PC. So if y'all want it on either platform and you got,
is it
on PC?
It's on PC.
Crossplay or not?
Oh,
sure.
I forgot to say.
But I don't know.
Speaking of PC gaming, I downloaded City Skylines on my PC and it pulled my Xbox game, which I was
Oh,
slightly surprised
nice.
about. I didn't even know it. I knew I could play it, but
Cross
but
progression right there.
yeah, I didn't know it could pull it my Xbox game, so I don't have to lose my stuff if I wanna, because I was playing that also while I was on at my convention. So I was like, yay for that one, Xbox. Y'all need to publicize this more often or something. I don't know,
Yeah.
because I didn't know that. So yeah.
Yeah, that's the wave of the future. I think that, the cross excuse me, the cross play and cross progression stuff is going to be great in the future, especially if all publishers are on board. It'd be
Yeah.
dope.
Also, one more. Last thing I played was probably the Call of Duty playlist on Thursday. I played all the Call of Duties. Most of them that I played Black Ops 4, World War Z, Black Ops 1. Um, it was nostalgic. I'm just playing a lot of filler games because I got Outer Worlds, I got After Party, I got Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I got Death Stranding coming up. So
You gotta buy After Party. I wanted to try that.
man, look, I played it on Day of the Devs last year. If you played Oxenfree, that's the same studio. So it's about these two friends that go to hell, and the only way you get out of hell if you outdrink the devil. So
It just sounds crazy.
and some drinks give you some attributes, and you got to go through little obstacles. But the writing, mwah. So I can't wait. I was gonna get it. That's like, so when I got the PC, I was like, yeah, I can play After Party now. Now it's gonna be on Xbox. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get it on Xbox. So like the next 8 weeks, I gotta make some pimp decisions because I can't play all those games consecutively. Some gotta be first, some gotta be last. So, but that's it. I'm just so glad. I had to call last weekend. I had to call the girls or at least text them because I ain't seen them in a minute, and it's like my Saturday. I have to hear from them even if we're not doing a show, and I was glad to talk to each of them individually. But I'm ready to get into these topics. Did everybody else wanted to say anything about what they did last couple weeks?
Let's get to the topics. Let's go. There's a lot
Okay,
going on.
Wait. Delilah, did you want to talk about the convention?
Well, I mentioned Grace Hopper a little bit.
Well, I think
Did
most
like
people don't even know who Grace Hopper
Grace
is
Hopper.
and
Oh,
like
I'm
what that
sorry.
is.
So Grace Hopper Celebration is a tech conference for women. And so it's a convention that a lot of women who work in the industry go to hear more about like what's going on in the industry. Other new CEOs speak. Any leader in tech, any female leader in tech is typically goes to that. It's very hard to get into. I mean, tickets sold out in like 30 minutes. It's very, very like super popular. A lot of companies actually sponsor you to go. And so my company sponsored me to go to it, and it was dope. I mean, I definitely recommend anybody who's trying to advance their career or want to get their resume out there amongst the elite to go and attend that conference, because it's that type of vibe. Like, you want to go there. They have on-site interviews. I mean, there's parties literally over all majority of the companies have parties. I'm talking about, when I say the elite, is the elite. So it's like you have the big tech companies there like Google, Apple, Microsoft.
My company was there too.
Yeah.
We
And
talked
so like
about it. Like,
S&P, right? So
yeah.
like it's like it's a lot of people that go there. It's just specifically to just advance their career or to learn more about the industry, or if they're trying to switch careers from being in like medical and want to jump to tech. And this is like a fast track way to do it, just by putting your networking and putting your information out there. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, a lot of parties. Nike was out there. They had a pretty big party. Um, and you just go and you select what track you want to go through. So like I did a human interaction track because I'm a UI designer, so I went to a human interaction track. And then you also can have like career advancement, early career, management track, anything like that you want to focus on. They got a marketing type track if you're big into marketing. um so it's just a way to kind of build knowledge and network, have a bunch of food, attend some parties. Of course, they have stuff for diversity and inclusion. So they have meetups for all for like the Latin community, Hispanic community, Black community, things like that. So it's a little bit something for everybody. And this was my first time going, so it was definitely a dope experience. And so yeah. And Grace Hopper, like she was one of the very first recognized like tech women in the world. So that's why it's named after her for the attributions that she made in tech and military. So it's pretty much a quick rundown of it.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, no
That sounds
problem.
awesome.
Yes, it does. It really does.
Yeah, it was cool. And it's a whole week. Like I was there from I was there from the first through the fifth. So I was there the entire time. And it's a whole week long worth of stuff going on. And very crowded. It's like 25,000 women that were there. So it was pretty big, and it was in Orlando. Beautiful. Oh man, it was just gorgeous and hot, very hot down there. But it was fun.
That's great. I like female empowerment, you know what I mean? Especially in your career choice, in your career area. That's great too, to be able to have
It's just like
individuals with the same passion, you know?
I think too is just like some of the people that I met is just like they're usually like in different parts of their career. Like, yeah, of course I met some people that were just hot shot out of college, um, just looking to kind of make it in the industry and things. And it's just you can see the level of enthusiasm and the level of excitement. I can't help but look back at myself and was like, dang, where did that passion go? Like, what happened? Did the world beat me up so bad to where like reality set in? Because I'm telling you, in the first day of Grace Hopper, like you want to run through a brick wall. You feel so energetic, so empowered, and you feel that wall get thicker and thicker as the week goes along, because reality started to set in. Like, dang, I don't know if I can do that in my job, or dang, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make those type of strides. And you just got to keep telling yourself that you can do certain things. So it was, like you said, it was very, very empowering, and it gave me some really good tips on like how, because with switching jobs, like it gave me some tips on how to communicate things that I want to do in my own personal career to someone else who's just kind of, let's say they've been like a lifer at their company. So it's just, how do you go about navigating stuff like that? Just tips like that, things that you don't talk about or that you typically read in a book. Like it was really, really well done and organized. So it was nice.
Okay. That's wonderful. Let's start off with the first topic. EA, now FIFA, everybody know FIFA. I think FIFA is like more popular than in all the little sports games out here in these streets. I see a lot of, especially in the Europe region. I put this topic up here because it says EA apologized for data leak, and they compromised like personal information of 1,600 global series competitors, not just regular people, just people who play this professionally, people who go to competitions and tournaments, things of that nature. I would like to know from you ladies, how do you feel about this newest data breach, but just to compromise, just people compromising their personal information for games, and how video game companies should be more aware of what's going on, because this ain't like this is the first time that personal information from a video game got leaked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anybody who wants to join the conversation, y'all go ahead.
I think the biggest problem that most of these companies have is that a lot of their databases are old, and there's like back walls, back ways, back channels for people to like get in and exploit them. And if they haven't upgraded their cybersecurity, then you tend to have these issues.
Is it my thing? Is it the issue? Is it a money issue, a budget issue?
It's typically a budget issue. Like most of the time, they're not going to upgrade something like this unless there's an issue. So now they're probably going through and combing the system and seeing what upgrades they need to do and stuff like that. But they probably had an old system and it was never overhauled, and somebody was able to exploit some type of back channel to get all the information.
I would be very upset about, because not even your personal information can be used against you, but as a competitor who plays video games, your actual competitors can see what kind of player you use, what kind of stats he has, what kind of enhancement he has on that player, what is his favorite team, like looking at that person's playbook, as I if that sounds right, looking at their playbook and probably using it against them maybe in future tournaments and stuff like that. So um, it seems like the more advanced video games are becoming, it seems like people in that industry are neglecting that the security factor of these games, because the more applications and the more game launchers, PC game launchers or consoles or whatever, the more that we have of those, the more information that we have to give in order to access these games. And companies should be able to understand that our personal information is personal too. So
Mm. And there's nothing too. Is like I feel like hackers is gonna target a disgruntled like gamer is gonna target something like with the whole situation that's been going on regarding EA's games. You can easily see how EA can be a target for something like this too. So it's unfortunate that they left need to figure some things out in regards to security. So I mean it's kind of crazy to hear.
like in the future, I'm gonna really look at if I'm really gonna any more information that I'm about to give out with these companies. I'm just gonna look a little deeper and see how it goes, because I can't, man.
Yeah,
I got my like identity theft notifications every month, and I don't want none to be popping off because I'm playing this video game. You know what I mean?
right.
So
And it's just stuff that we used to never have to think about as gamers. Like, you logged into your Xbox Live or your PlayStation, and that was it. Now everybody got their own little thing. Like EA got their own thing. Ubisoft has their own little login. So it's like now it's a whole nother like security layer added to all of that. And so I feel like, man, I think all the publishers need to get on the same page and figure out a way to prevent this stuff like this happening in the future.
Yeah, but I think
So
it's gonna end up having to be like a big problem before they do something like that. Like I said, like
shoot, to me, this is a big problem.
I
You,
mean,
you
it's a
know, they
big problem, but are they getting sued? Are they losing money?
right, you're right. It's
That's the
it's all
part.
about
Like,
the
what's
wallet, right?
gonna?
Right. Like the
Hmm.
They
biggest
need
thing
a
is that
a
like
way to. I don't even know.
well
I'm trying to
like
think. No, go ahead,
for
but I'm still thinking.
okay, so like I can't remember what it's called right now, but it's the GD something, the new thing, the new rights that they have, privacy rights for over in
Hmm.
Europe. That
Yeah,
does help us in some ways because people
GDPR,
aren't able to
GDPR.
transfer data without letting you know, but we don't have that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like companies are doing better because they know that they can get in trouble when they transfer data from a person that's from Europe in the
Hmm.
EU or whatever, but we don't have those privacy rights. So we kind of don't really have a lot of recourse when people misuse our data, and we need to make sure that we voice our opinions and say that we want something like that, because basically the way that policy is structured, anytime anybody moves or alters or shares any of your data, they have to let you know.
Yeah.
And then there's recourse, there's like heavy fines, like
Hmm.
a percentage of your company wealth will be fined because
Yeah,
you did some type of breach or something like that. So
yeah, I believe it's called GDPR,
yeah,
which is the data
GDPR.
protection
Yep.
rights in Europe. Like, but you're right. I mean, we need something like that over in
Yeah.
the States for real. Like,
Because like that happened, but are they like notifying people individually? And then like, is there any type of policy in place that says that when this something like this happens, that they have to pay a fine? Because
mhm.
that's what makes companies ensure that data is protected without waiting for a problem to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because the way we're set up now is we're very reactionary. We don't, we're not proactive about data security. So, and we're never going to be proactive unless they know that if they mess up, there's going to be a heavy fine.
hmm,
hmm.
Well, why should money always be the deciding factor? Like,
well,
why?
money is a
Okay,
root.
when they. Well, true, but still, I'm like,
It's
why
like the
when they do
honey
these
stick
launchers?
thing, you know?
they could like start with from the security side up and then work their way up. Like, okay, we're gonna make this where you can sign up for this tournament or sign up for whatever. Start with the security side of it instead of starting with, okay, we need all this information. Maybe that would be better. I don't know.
And so I don't think
Just
these companies go into it thinking, "Oh, we're not going to secure everything." I think they go to it trying to secure it as best they can, but things are still, things still have to be updated and kept uh, up to snuff. I'm guessing like you still got to keep it up. You still got to make sure that their protocols are updated. It's like, and I think that's where these loopholes happen. It's like things aren't get updated on time, or some patch is not implemented properly, or an update's not in properly. So I think they try. I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, they ain't even trying. Like they just got us out there like that. But I mean, because most passwords and things like that are hashed, so you can't get to the actual password themselves anyway. And so we hope, like as gamers, that that's the case, and that the information that we put in is not just being thrown in raw into like a database anybody can
Right.
get access to.
And then
So
a good tip for people listening is like, I know like a ton of people use the same password for everything. Stop that. And then when you do your password, it's better to use phrases. So like,
Cuz?
well, kiss my ass, cuz, or like,
Oh,
Mhm.
okay,
cuz
like
we
a full
lit,
phrase.
like,
Is it cuz?
yeah,
Okay, that's a good one.
things like that. Well, don't use
Okay,
it because now we've talked about it,
yeah,
but
yeah.
and then use a combination of numbers and stuff like that in place of
Special
letters, like
characters,
threes for E's, exclamation
right?
points for I's, things like that. That makes it harder for people to basically uh, force attack, like a DDoS type attack, your password.
Okay,
Right.
all right. Anything
so
else?
why
I'm sorry.
you
What
gotta say why?
What do you mean?
Why boogie? 'Cause why is that better? Or
Oh,
better
I
yet,
did.
I don't know. Is it
Well,
because
because like
you know?
usually
Oh
most
well,
like,
our phone's not.
go ahead.
No, no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna
Because I
say
want to hear
that
this. I'm
usually the
serious.
way
Because
that
I'm
they,
thinking about changing all my passwords.
because once they get into one, they can. So like, if somebody has intent on stealing your identity, right? Once they get into one area, they'll just use that same password to see if it works anywhere else, and then if it does, then they get in there too. So, and then it's harder for them to figure out your password if you use phrases because it's usually some type of like, what do you want to say? It's like key decryptor type thing where it's just trying a bunch of random numbers and letters. So when it's
Hmm.
phrases, it's harder for those type of engines to decrypt your password.
See, this is important information that people need to be telling folks. So make sure that everybody hear it.
Well, that's what we doing.
Right.
I know, right? Okay. Second question. What about how your phones can remember your password?
Yeah.
What about that? Is that good or bad?
So like I know on Android, I believe it's Google that's remembering your password, and for Apple, I know that there's like it's like a key repository. Supposedly, they're not supposed to be able to access your passwords, and it's
So that's like
encrypted.
all locally on your device, right?
Right.
It's like, okay.
Yeah. So, but I don't know how Google does it.
Hmm.
I just remember reading an article about how Apple does it. So yeah, Apple isn't supposed to be able to access your password key log, and then your password key log is encrypted. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that I used to have the same password for years, and now I'm like slowly but surely like, if the next time I got to redo my password, I'm just gonna do it somewhere, do another thing with it, and then you have like the soft file and the hard file of. I'm sorry, I do it. I know I'm not supposed to, but I got so much stuff, and with 3 or 4 different passwords, I'll be there 5 minutes just doing all the passwords. So I like to be more consistent and more.
yeah, but that's why I said it's better to use phrases.
Something that you can remember too, like
Right.
that only you know. So of
Oh,
course.
also, since we're password safety, people they still use Facebook. Do not be answering these questions talking about, ooh, what's your mother's maiden name? What year was such and such
Yeah.
happening? Don't do that. Don't
Mhm.
do that. Don't put people. Or better yet, don't do it just so I don't have to read it on my timeline.
Or if you do it, put the
Um
wrong information in there. Don't put the right information.
Right.
Just put
hey,
somebody.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, all right. This week we got a date. It's 2020. It's gonna be a real constant war out here in these streets.
Ooh.
'Cause,
Right.
ooh,
I love how they like.
quote unquote, because
Well, so we're talking about that tweet where they basically posted what they know for sure is supposed to be on each console, right?
yeah,
Supposedly.
Right. But if you look at it, they're essentially the same,
Yep.
exactly the same, and they just worded it slightly different on each side.
Yeah. I saw that too.
Yeah.
the side by side comparison. The thing that
Yeah.
caught
Yeah.
my eye
Wait,
was
did I miss this tweet?
Okay,
Did I
so
miss
look
it?
at it, Delilah, because you can confirm too. I'm telling you,
Let
it
me
looks
find.
like
Somebody
it's
send me.
exactly the same thing.
DM,
I'll send
Yeah.
DM
it
me
right
the
now.
tweet. If you see it, DM me the tweet.
All right.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? It was IGN, right?
Who was it?
I believe
I
it
don't,
was IGN.
but I saw it. I saw it. I think probably IGN. They did like a side and side comparison of basics on the basic specs of what the new Xbox gonna have and the new PlayStation 5 was gonna have. I saw something that caught my eye that PlayStation 5 is gonna have like a regular SSD. I think that's what it's called, and Xbox gonna have the next generation version of that, which has a slight advantage because that's newer technology, and that helps a lot with new consoles. So we got to try to get
Because
this picture.
potentially your games will load quicker, basically.
Mhm.
Yes.
Did you find it?
I'm still
I'm looking
looking.
for it now.
I know
They
Kim
post a
Mega
lot of
talked about it too because they were talking about how everybody's happy about ray tracing, and it's like funny that
It's like, man, they announced it at E3 on Xbox stage, didn't they?
well, PlayStation now is saying that they're gonna have ray tracing.
Well, yeah, I mean, what I'm saying is like Xbox already announced it on like, E3 this past year, though.
you know
Right,
they
but
don't
they were
count.
basically
Stop.
commenting on the fact
People don't
that
listen. People don't listen to that. Basically,
yeah,
is what
but they
you're
were
saying.
commenting on the fact that they're excited for PlayStation
Oh, I
to
found
have
it.
it. You know. Oh, so you found it?
Yeah, I found it. Which console will you be picking up next year? And then they got the side by
Okay.
side. Okay.
Yeah. So if you look at it, like they're both coming in holiday 2020. Both have a custom AMD Zen 2 8 core, custom
Mhm.
AMD GPU. I'm sure that the GPUs will be different because obviously they make them specifically for the company. But then they say native 4K 8K support up to 20 frames per second. And then on the other side, they say 4K 120 hertz
Hertz
refresh rate,
rate. That's
which
essentially
is
the
the
same thing if
same
you don't know.
thing,
Yeah, it
right?
really is.
And then 8K support. And then new generation SSD, solid state drive,
I think the
PlayStation
reason why
3.
they put the new generation SSD
Mm-hmm.
is because during E3 when Microsoft had the press conference, they mentioned that they have their custom. It's going to be like a custom SSD. It's
Okay.
not so much just the standard
Right.
pull off the shelf solid state drive. Um, if I'm not mistaken, I think actually Sony's doing something similar with
Mm-hmm.
their solid state, but I don't know if it's it was touted as like a next gen. I think. Um, and then the backwards compatibility, and then the controller charging definitely is Type C, and you will see that with the Series 2 controller that's coming out
Yep.
this in
Which I gotta
November.
go change
So
my address, and they
I
won't
don't know
let me
why they
usually
got
do that.
TBA right there for controller charging because it is USB Type C, so that should be on that's the same for
Yeah,
both of them.
everybody's going to Type C.
I just think I think with the new Xbox console, we can't fuck with no batteries no more. It's no batteries should not be on a controller. We should.
Yeah, I like batteries.
I like
Batteries
batteries too.
because you can
Me
put
too.
chargeable batteries in it if you want to. Like I have a charging station right here, with one that has rechargeable batteries, and then my other controllers have regular batteries, and then I don't have to wait for it to charge back up. You know what I mean? I can just
Yeah, you could just
throw in
swap
a
a
little
battery.
pack of
Yeah, just swap
batteries.
that bad boy.
And
You ain't gotta
I've
sit there and
noticed
wait.
that batteries tend to be a little bit faster.
Like I know for me, like I was kind of bummed when I found that the Series 2 had like built-in battery because I was like, yo, I would rather have use my play and
Yep.
charge kit that I done had for years, use that, and then like you said, just hot swap them bad boys when I'm use up all like 12 hours on my controller, and then just swap another charge. I could charge two battery packs at the same time and swap them, and I can just keep playing. I don't gotta worry about oh, let me put this controller down and wait until it's done. Like people, they always skip out on that advantage of having a swappable battery. They always feel like, just like Lady said, oh, I don't want to worry about batteries. I get it, but that means you're gonna have more than one controller, then two of them charging at the same time. Because how you gonna swap them if the battery run out mid
Man,
game?
and
You gonna
that'll be
just
the
stop
life
playing?
of it. Man, I just bought batteries. I just bought some more batteries. I gotta get me some rechargeable. Rechargeable in the charging station because I've been on this battery life for years, and I have
Yeah.
not bought a charging station for my Xbox controllers. So
I
that's
don't like batteries. I like the play. I have a playing charge kit like Delilah.
Yeah, yeah,
Cause she
man.
put me on that back in like 360.
Yeah, I have the one that
And
Xbox sells.
yeah,
Mhm.
that's the one I. But did you know that even portable chargers can charge them up? So when I don't feel
Yep.
like having the cord connected, I just get my phone charger, the one that I carry in my purse, and I can plug it in my phone, my controller, and still game and relax and don't have to sit up on look presentable and stuff.
Right.
Um,
Well, I guess if you like for instance, when I'm playing PlayStation, because it has the built-in battery. Like when the battery's dying, I just plug it in. But they got this short behind like cables. I have to get all
yeah,
close to the TV just to play and charge it and play at the same time. And so I love the wireless life. So I hate having to have that wire, that old school wire going from the TV to you on the couch. It's like somebody could trip over that. So, if somebody trying to get across on the other side of you on the couch, they got to step over the wire. It's like, man, come on, get with the times. So this is why I always appreciated the swappable battery. But I'm okay with it. I mean, the Series 2, it drops what I think November
November something.
4th. Yeah, I'm about to check it now. But it's still a dope piece of tech. And so I can't wait to get mines. And but
I
yeah, I'm
wish
a little
they would
bit
make
bummed
it
about the battery.
easier for you to change your address on the Microsoft Store. Cause like, so I
I
had to
had
go.
to
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Go ahead, Delilah.
I was gonna say like that same thing happened to me because we both moved,
Right.
and so I had to go and unpre-order and re-pre-order just to get the new address in there.
are you serious? That sounds
Hmm.
crazy.
Really? Because I
Yeah, I
don't want to
tried to.
have to do that. Because I'm at the front
I
of the line,
had to do
yo.
that. Me too, but I had to do it. I had to do it because it's just like,
I'm
dang,
calling in. I don't even like talking to people, but I'm calling in. I'm dealing with
yeah,
that
you,
shit.
you might have to. You should though. Definitely call in. I just I
Yeah,
mean,
see, that was a couple months ago.
see,
Now it's about to come out, and I'm not about to have you tell me that I gotta wait.
for me it's different. You all know why, but
Yeah.
it's like shoot, man, I might as well I just went ahead and pre-order and re-pre-order and like bump it. But I'm just gonna I gotta take that bad boy to the Microsoft store anyway, and so it ain't gonna matter. But still,
yeah, that's why SS9. That's why I was like needed. That's why I was discussing that because not everybody's gonna have chargeable batteries in a docking station. So they should have an option that you could have like a controller that you don't need to have. You
mhm,
know, just look. I have no problem. Look, my PlayStation controller on my PlayStation 4 is connected and it's on rest mode. So when I play tonight, it's gonna be on and popping. But it's just I just think having the option to have batteries on your controller is a little outdated and it should be
yeah,
having an option to not have that. That's my opinion on that. Um, but like and what's so funny as well that there was a vote right on IGN because IGN want to be in everybody's business. What PS5 feature that IGN readers wanted the most, and what Don 42% of readers said backwards compatible. They want faster loading time, second place, and built-in race tracing because none is 12% and race tracing is 11.
mhm,
And they said the backwards compatibility is going to be what PlayStation Now, PlayStation 4 games.
Yeah.
They should be going deeper. They should be going deeper in their category, in their library.
You talking about
Because
like PS2, PS1, like
yes.
yeah,
Because
Well, I think it's because of the way it's coded. Like
I
they
don't. They
they
better
messed up. Like the way Microsoft has always coded it, they code it the same way they do for like their iOS and stuff. So it's different. Like the way I've heard PlayStation has done it, like each console has had its own specific. So unless they haven't been able to figure out how Microsoft did their emulator thing for them to be
mhm,
able to use it. So until they figure that out, get somebody to figure it out for them, they're not going to be able to go backwards that far.
Well, yeah, I mean, you think about Microsoft, I mean, they're the kings of software. They know how to get around
Right.
certain things, you know. So their emulation is the reason why they're able to do all of what they're able to do. It's just, I mean, I don't know. I think it's interesting when I look at this poll, you know, that backwards compatibility was number was 42%.
Yeah.
Because you always hear online people talk about how they don't want to go back and play old games and they want new stuff and bring me AAA. Because I mean, I'm guilty. I do that all the time. I'm like, man, I want to see new games. I'm not going back and playing XYZ. You know, I'm just not. When next gen get here, I'm playing next gen. But I find myself even now on my Xbox One going back and playing some games. So, but yeah, I'm excited though. I mean, I'm excited that that this is the discussion, and it's right around the corner, y'all. I mean, we about to hit November soon, so this is right around the corner. It's,
So
it's gonna be.
y'all get all y'all little pre-order receipts and post them up on the internet. Tell me,
Nah, boo, they on their own. They on their own.
So,
I'm like, that's what it is when a new piece of tech come out. This is the rotation with the interweb. Oh look, Delilah, I got my down payment. Let me post it up on the internet. Then oh my god, I got the box. I got the new console, A or B. Oh, it smelled like broken hair. And then you have that small that wanted to keep up with the Joneses. And then like 3 months later, it's like, man, I'm going through some tough shit right now. I gotta turn in
I
my
gotta trade my joint in.
I gotta trade my shit in. I'm sorry, y'all. Cause I'm like,
Like this is why I
Nah.
say plan ahead. You know these things these boxes are gonna be expensive, man. So like plan ahead. You know you want your next gen console. Start saving right now. Like
I'm
that's
already
what you
like, I
want.
gotta make sure ain't nothing on my GameStop credit card. I mean, like it has a good limit, but I'm gonna make sure that nothing's on it, so that when I put these two on it, I'm not taking up too much credit because people do not understand that just because they give you a limit of two, three, four, whatever $1,000,
You
you are
only supposed to
not
use
supposed to
33% of
go
it max. Don't go
all
over
the way up.
33%. Don't go over
credit
30%. So what
slip.
that means,
Don't
if
go
they
over
give you a grand limit, that means you can only spend about $33. Like don't
Yeah.
do it. I'm
All
so
right.
serious.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like when you do it, your credit gets
It used to be
dinged.
$300.
They're like, "Oh, you spent too much money."
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said 33. I meant $300. You can only spend $300. That's how you keep your credit good. Keep it high. Don't ever spend the limit. That's how they get you. So yeah, but that's a
And
whole nother conversation, man.
that's credit
And we're
school
just dropping all these gems today.
on Patreon.
Because we've
Patreon.
been gone. We've been gone for a little bit. Yeah, we still haven't set up a Patreon, man. Where's
Man,
that?
look, I'm trying to, man, we're gonna talk about that a little bit later
We're
because
gonna have to. We're gonna have to figure that out for real.
we gonna talk about that with the chat a little bit later, but because I got some things to say. I just the backwards if you can't go back more than one console, it shouldn't be like legit backwards compatible. Compare what I call me biased, but I can play some Xbox original games. I can play some Xbox 360 games, and that for me, and there'd be most likely they'd be at a discounted price.
Mhm.
So when your girl got Modern Warfare 2 for $15-$20, you know I had to cop it. And if you had the disc, if you already own the disc, that's even better. All you have to do is
Right.
put
Just
it in
put
the
that bad boy in. Yes.
and they need to, and PlayStation needs to have that as well to compete.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's dope. I mean, Microsoft has done a good job of building their library up and letting you go back and play those games. I remember when they announced it some E3s ago about backward compatibility, and it was just like, what? It was just like kind of a mic drop moment. And so they've been slowly supporting it. I haven't seen them release any lists though for like in recent
No,
history.
well, you know how they always stop around the fall gaming, Christmas time. They always slow down and then they restart back up.
Yeah.
The beginning of the first of the year. But I haven't seen anything since I think maybe August was the last time they
Mhm.
released anything. Um, I think they're in
I
the
know right now
bunker.
everybody's planning for XO, so that's gonna be the
Yeah.
next thing for them. Um,
So any of you ladies gonna plan to get the next gen?
Yep.
absolutely, day one.
Both or one
No.
first, one second.
Both
We
or
know
Um,
except for Sharice. We know what you getting first.
Wait.
Sheree,
Hey,
She might not even get the other one.
Now, I might. You know what?
she
When
always say
that
she might. She
PlayStation,
ain't. Let just girl, just say what it is. Don't even.
You won't even get a
when
PlayStation 4 from the pawn shop. How you gonna get a new console?
there you go, there you go, there you go. Because people gonna be looking for gonna be wanting. Oh, I want to get that PlayStation 5. Cool. Sell me your PlayStation 4 then. See how that work
Nigga,
out?
Not even getting.
Nope.
Why
I'm
not?
doing that bad boy.
Nope. I'm gonna live through the Delilah and the LBOOGIE. I'm
She
live
gonna
through
have it. They
them.
won't watch. She gonna be like, yeah, I had to
At
get it.
least for
My
like
birthday
3
gift.
months.
My birthday gift.
My birthday.
Y'all can help me hide it from my husband.
Listen, we're
Huh?
gonna be playing that
Nope.
Halo Infinite, and she gonna be like, yo, I gotta get on there too, because everybody.
Wait a minute. Is Halo Infinite a Scarlet exclusive?
It's a launch title. Yes, it's a Scarlet launch title. Yeah. Yeah.
See, don't tell me that. Don't
I need
tell me that.
I need my fat baby to last one more year. That's it. That's it. Okay. Well, I am definitely. I just need my fat baby to last one more year, man. That's all I need. I'm looking at my Xbox like, man, can you give me like one more year, please?
Just keep that dust off of me. You be straight. Just keep it.
Yeah.
You know?
I try. I dust it like every couple of weeks or so. I got the compressor gas duster on the floor, so when trust me, that's gonna be on the list. But I try to take. Yeah, I mean, Halo Infinite. I got to.
Yeah.
That'll be first. And based on usage of my consoles, like I got the Xbox first and the PlayStation. So I'm already getting the wear and tear on the Xbox more than the PlayStation. So I'm just, I can't afford new consoles every year or every generation.
You know it's coming out next year this time, so you got a whole year, girl. Got a whole year. Put $50 away every
I can do that.
10 weeks. 10 weeks. No, excuse me. 10 months of $50. Boom. 10 months of $50.
I can do $100 if I really want to. I can do $100 every month.
A month. There you go. Boom. 5 months should be finished.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that. Right before E3, you were like, okay, I'm ready. It's in the account and
You
everything.
talking about E3 like I'm going or something? But
Well,
yeah,
no, I'm just saying. No, I'm not making the assumption that you're going. I just said I made the assumption that it'd be announced right around E3. It wasn't implying that you were going.
So I'm gonna get that pre-order and and then be on it popping.
And see, I want to know what's gonna be with the pre-order. Like, am I gonna get a game? Am I gonna get the years of Game Pass or Live something?
You're gonna have Game Pass, and your game's gonna travel with you. You know what I'm saying? Plug.
I just, and plus I actually like my X right here. It's so cute on front of my TV. What am I supposed to do? Just scoot it over to the side, or because I'm selfish. I don't want to give it to my daughter. So. But again, how am I gonna hide that from my husband?
Man, I can't help you with that, fam. I'm telling you, I can't do it. I can't.
Well, I did hide my phone from him for like 3 weeks, so I probably could do it. It's just that sooner or later he gonna notice.
That sounds like a married people problem.
Yep.
I can't help you. Man, I'm single. I can't help you with that. I'm sorry. No.
Oh my God. I'm gonna need y'all like throw some ideas out there or something.
I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Man.
Okay.
That's a you problem.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Because I do have to hide Amazon boxes from him. Like,
ooh. Okay, that's a whole nother story. On to the next topic. Okay, now Blizzard on some bullshit. They have, I guess, one of their competitive players from China said some things in reflection of the human rights boycotting. Am I right? So what I guess Blizzard did was they banned him, and they took all his money that he made this year, and he's banned. And Blizzard fans are up in arms. I hate that it has to be a political connection to this story, but it has to be addressed because people like, look, I ain't fucking with Blizzard, and boycott Blizzard, and you got people still playing Blizzard games, Hearthstone, especially Overwatch. How do you ladies feel about this? You can plead the fifth if you want to.
I'm about to plead the fifth on this one.
All right.
Okay.
Charisse?
Okay. There's like 2, 3 different, 4, 5, 6 ways to look at this. And even the CEO announced something this morning, which I haven't read all of it, but we'll get into that later.
Preach.
This is a Blizzard, Activision. They are an American company. America, believe it or not, people hate to say it. Free speech is like one of our tenets of it's in the Bill of Rights. Like you can say whatever you want to say, but you might get punished for it, but you can say it. I will defend your right to say it, but hey, you might get fucked up in the process. Now, the dude that said this, he is a Hong Kong citizen, and he was promoting like, hey, free Hong Kong, democracy for everything. Again, America, democracy. We preach that. It's like in our blood. So Blizzard came out, banned this dude for like a year, took away his money, dropped him from like the esport, whatever. Because what is the game? It Hearthstone. That's the card game, right? Like I don't even pay attention to that game. And it backfired horribly for them. Like they did not anticipate that this was going to cause as much drama as it did. But then you also have to look at it. What's the Chinese gaming company, Tenet, something like that? I can't even pronounce it. They own like a stake in Activision. So a Chinese company actually owns part of Activision. So people are under the impression that, hey, Activision did this to appease China, which again goes against the very core of American values. So Activision / Blizzard, because they are the same company to a matter of fact, got shitted on for this, which they deserved it. They legit did. But now they've come back. People started dropping subscriptions. They started deleting games. They started just basically boycotting Blizzard because it was trending on Twitter for like 3 days. They came back. They cut his suspension down to 6 months. They gave him back his money, and they changed the statement saying we did not ban him to appease China. We banned him because he broke. He took the attention away from the game instead of.
Well, he broke what's the name? It's like a policy they have with people who
Yeah.
basically represent them. But like most
Yes.
companies have that, and that's their fallback for when stuff like that happens. So that's the biggest issue, is that this guy probably didn't read his contract before he opened
That
his
part.
mouth.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Those ethic
He just saw that
policies,
money.
man.
Yep.
They get you
Well,
all
I'm
the
pleading
time.
the fifth.
And come to find out, this Chinese gaming company also owns a part in Epic, owns a part in
Charisse,
it's
there's
another
tons of
big.
companies, Chinese companies own a bunch
Yeah.
of stake in. People
Yes.
that don't know that, you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
I don't think people really are. I really think people don't pay attention to any of this. Like it's always, if you want to support this company, support that one, yeah, but find out who owns the shit that you supporting.
I think even Bungie
So
has like some
Mm-hmm.
a China company has like some stake in
Yeah,
yeah,
Bungie.
that's why they were talking about how they were trying to get a lot of the video games taken out of the tariffs, because like they said, potentially right now this holiday season is going to look different from every holiday season we've had, just because of all the tariffs we got going on.
yeah, I remember that right there.
So
Yeah. So yeah, if people just like, I am happy that they cut the his punishment from 6 months to a year. But they, on the plus side, they are going to give him all his money back. That was like, dude, you
Wait,
weren't
you say
worth
they cut
that.
it from 6 months? So
yeah, she said it
you mean they cut it from
backwards.
a year to
Which
6 months?
yes, they cut
Okay,
they cut it back to 6 months. Oh, but then there's a second part of this again, because the first dude who did this is, mind you, he is Chinese from Hong Kong. Did this. A couple of Caucasian students also did this after the first dude got banned. A couple of Caucasian students did this. Absolutely nothing happened to them. So there's multiple parts of the story that's shady as fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think, damn. You got to read them contracts. You got to read them contracts because it's one thing to be vocal about what's going on in the world and things of that nature, and it's all well and good, and I think that's a great thing. But you got to understand, you got a job too, and you pay, and that pays your bills.
Yeah.
And he obviously didn't read his contract. He
And
obviously
this is why to people also you got to be careful what you say on socials too. Like,
That
I mean,
part.
that can have large implications as well. Like, you just got to be careful. People be going off on Twitter. Like, I understand if you're anonymous and nobody know who you are, then that's different. But if you got your name up there and you got your
man,
face up
girl,
there,
man, let me. I don't know if you saw what I saw, but I understand. I saw I ain't gonna say the name. I saw something on social media that made me feel like you really messed up your potential bag on some really ignorant stuff on the internet.
you got the shit out in the DMs later. We gotta talk about that one.
Girl, I'm
But
getting
I'm just saying we gotta talk about that one. But anyway, what I'm getting at is just be careful, people. Like, come on, you putting yourself out there. You got your face on your avatar, and just be careful what you're putting out there. Don't feel like you put something in this and that you've deleted, it's gone. Like, it's everything you say follow you. So be careful, man. Basically, it's
Yeah, I was watching this thing. It was like I can't remember, some type of documentary, and they basically were talking about the digital age and our privacy rights and stuff like that. And we're saying everything we say is remembered, not because we want to remember it, but because we're not allowed to forget it.
Oh,
that's deep.
Right?
hella deep.
Like, or you're not allowed to change your mind.
Right.
Like, what if something
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
about when I was in like 18, 19 years old and I was
Right.
talking reckless? What I mean, I clearly matured and grew and got older and wiser, and so I'm not allowed to grow. I'm not allowed to change my mind. I'm not allowed to, like that. I've seen that so many times with like athletes. They be saying some wild stuff when they're in high school, and then they trying to go pro, and all of a sudden that stuff leak out, and people grow and people mature and become adults, and so stuff you said as a child is not the way you think now, right?
That's the truth.
Unless you continue to have those same opinions, but
Right now, if you continue to have the same opinions, of course that's different. But yeah, people should be allowed. I mean, that's the problem I see with, like you said, you're not allowed to forget it. That is so powerful because that is so true. It's like it can affect your job. Like, say, for instance, you take a new job and they look back at your history and be like, "Oh, no, we can't hire her because she says so." So you don't even know if that's why they declined your application. You just know that, dang, they said no to me. They could have done some digging, and what you said back in 2008 was reckless, and they not with it. So
they did that with the Marvel director. So shit, what they gonna do to us? You know what I mean?
right.
I'm sorry, not the Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy movie director. They did that.
Still Marvel. That's
Yeah.
Marvel.
Still Marvel.
Oh, still Marvel. Okay, okay, I just had to make sure.
This is why people, when you're job hunting, lock your Facebooks down, people. Put that shit on private. Just putting it out there, because I had to hire some people a couple of months ago. I threw some resumes straight in the trash because I went snooping. Just putting it out there.
Same. When you screen the resumes, that's real. When you screen the resumes, you gotta check everything. Like, you ask them up front, you got a social? Some of them say no. No, I don't got no social. You find out later they got a social. Like, yo, you gotta check this social because it's important. Be careful what you put out there.
Be careful. All right. On to the next topic. Okay. A game released before the waves of new games that's coming out. Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Did anybody get it?
Yeah.
Did anybody play the demo or the beta?
I got it.
You got it. Did you play it?
Yeah, I played it. Like, it still has some issues where, like, the guns won't be in your hand. People start moving crazy.
Oh, wow.
Like I saw somebody tweet about it yesterday, and they basically said, like, it does everything, but nothing well.
Wow.
So
it's a mixed bag worth of things, is what you're saying?
It does a lot of stuff. It's cool. There's aspects from, Far Cry and stuff you can see in there, but it doesn't do anything really well. One thing, So, like, there's just a lot of issues.
So is it like an identity crisis kind of thing? It doesn't know what it want to be, basically?
I'm not sure if I go that far, but I'd just say there's like a lot of technical issues, because I think the story is all right.
Okay.
Just playing it.
Just playing it. Okay.
Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it. Okay. Just playing it.
The Metacritic score was a 56.
Yeah, because
Whew.
it's got a lot of technical issues. You know, don't nobody want to be like hiding in your
Or
person
playing
is still
broken games,
moving, or
basically.
like you see people running by
Especially you paying full
you and they
price.
don't have their guns out, but their hands is in a position like they have guns in their hands. Like it's just like takes you out of the story, you know?
I know when I played it on PC, I was like, yo, I'm like, yo, I can play the Division. You know what I mean? If I want to feel like this, I was intrigued. I was intrigued by the story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting till this is on City sale, like on sale, to actually get. I'm serious because it's like it felt like a looter shooter. You have to go do the same stuff you do at the Division. It was just a fictional location. That was just to me that felt the only difference between that game and the Division is that the Division 2 was in DC, and this uh, the area of Breakpoint is just a fictional area, and everything else seems to me to be similar. Now, I didn't.
No,
Yeah, I did.
is this a full $60 release? Like this is a full
Yes,
game?
yeah.
Yes,
Oh
yes.
wow, okay. I thought it was like some DLC or something.
No, it's a full game.
Mm.
And I got it because I
It's
like the
hopefully the
last
sequel
one. Like
to.
the last one had issues though too, and then it didn't really get right until like a year after. So that's probably what's gonna happen here. But Ubisoft guys stop doing that shit. Like, stop putting out your games that aren't ready, and then you guys take a year to fix them.
They were doing that for the last
Yeah,
3 or 4
Yeah.
last
major
3 years.
releases. The
Like,
only
come on now.
I'm just saying, man. I'm glad I got a little bit of that mojo juice because some games, if I ain't digging it by the beta, I'm not copping it day one, and I ain't been copping no day one since that game I copped day one and didn't like it. We're not gonna talk about it though.
second flashbacks.
It's a Fallout 76, bro. I'm telling you,
Yeah, I'm telling you, that game really pissed me off. I was so hot.
man.
Oh,
Somebody
did you
told
hear
me
about the mode?
I don't care.
Wow.
I
What game you said made you mad at Boogie?
Fallout 76, because you know I bought the
Oh yeah,
collector's
yeah.
edition, and
That's
then
right,
they
that's
sent
right,
us
that's
that
right.
shitty ass bag. You know, I just got my bag like 3 months ago.
Mm.
Don't wear the
When's the NPT
helmet.
patch supposed to come
wear the
out? The
helmet. It
NPT
got
patch.
mold on it, cuz.
The
Yeah, the
helmet's in the
helmet has
garage
mold.
Y'all,
because it's like
y'all stop
cheap
it. Y'all
plastic.
stop
It's
it.
not even
Stop.
like good plastic.
Siri, they just said it like last month that please don't wear
No,
your helmet
it's
because
just
the
the way
helmet can.
lady said that, man. Lady.
So
I'm just
now they're
saying.
saying the
Don't wear
helmet
that
isn't even
helmet, cuz.
wearable.
I read it. I read it. I was like, I hope El Boogie read it.
No,
Wow.
what they say? They say the helmet's not wearable now.
No.
No, it has mold in it. It could get it's susceptible to mold
Oh,
in
that's
the helmet.
awesome. That's because it's that cheap ass plastic. It's not even like hard, durable plastic. Like that thing, that was such a fail, yo.
Y'all gonna get these new generation gamers with that BS of games y'all having now, but not me. Not me.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how these night vision goggles is gonna look with the Call of Booty collector's edition
But you call it Call of Booty though. But you got the night vision goggles though.
because they're night vision goggles.
You gonna go
Mhm.
outside to make sure they work right at night.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't gonna get it, but then I saw that it was real working night vision goggles, and the child in me was like, "Bitch, get that."
Sorry.
It's okay. It's
Sorry.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. I haven't. I ain't buying no limited edition nothing, man. I'm just getting the game, and I'll just get artwork for the game. But I'm not. I can't. I had none digital. Nothing. Just please make sure. Don't be letting social media. Don't be letting these $1 million companies hype you up. If you got an opportunity to play this game before you buy it, you better do it. Because if not, you're gonna be asked out $60 minimum, and you're gonna be like, "What
See,
the fuck?"
this is why I missed the demo life of Xbox 360. Every game had required a
Yeah.
demo, man.
Oh, I love that.
That was great. Cause then you could really try these games before you invest your money and time and effort in them. And it's like, man, it's just a different time.
Yep.
$60? I'm not ready to pay that as a gamer. I'm not ready to pay $60 for experience and that a buggy type of experience, regardless of what game it is.
Also, they removed, and it was swamped, and Ghost Recon was swamped with microtransactions. They had to go back.
Oh yeah, I heard that before I
They had
started.
to go
Yeah, they
back.
took them out.
Yeah, it will not include. I guess when it came out, it had pay to win elements in there.
The time savers. Ubisoft is good about their time savers because they also have them in Assassin's Creed games. But since this is a multiplayer game, also they was like, oh, we released these too soon. This is for people who were gonna join get the game later in its lifespan and wanted to catch up. But yeah,
Well, that's a good save,
yeah.
but
It's I don't know if it was that good because I still ain't picked up the game.
Man, y'all better be hip to the game. I'm telling you. I just think like if I know more than I knew then, so my purchases were stupider. You know what I mean? But now, when you be knowledgeable on even on little aspects of just video games as a unit, you make more conscious decisions where your next game goes. Because I bought plenty of games I ain't touched. Woo! I don't. It's games on my 360 library I ain't touched. There's some games on my Xbox One library that I haven't touched in the beginning because I was like, oh, I'm hyped. Let me go get this game. And then I'm like, man, this game is not like as fun as I thought it would be. So just do your research, do your play the demos if they have it available, and talk to your closest friends, your closest gaming buddies. They'll have the most genuine advice for you as far as video games concerned. Even if it's not their genre of gaming, they'll sense some BS too. So if I say, "Hey, Delilah, I'm gonna get XYZ," you're gonna be like, "No." I mean, it's just, I ain't really with the XYZ type of game, but it looks good. You might try it. Play the game.
Right.
Like that.
Right.
So this is a tip. Let me check my topics. Let's talk about some tidbits. There's a couple of people moved on from their respective companies. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Just a few.
Yeah, just a few.
For the people in the chat that don't know, Cherie, do you? I know Mike Ybarra left from Microsoft.
Yeah, and we don't know where he.
Gotta shed a little tear for that.
Man, I'm glad I met him.
Me too. Me too.
I met him in the Latin gaming.
Yeah, he would come by my stream sometimes. Usually when I was playing Destiny or PUBG.
So, 20. I'm gonna tell you, 20 years at any company, it's a long time.
Right.
You better be smart enough to have like some stock options and your 401ks on deck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm happy that when people leave a company on a good note, you know what I mean?
I like the way Mike, because Mike, he put his announcement out there, and I like the way that everybody gave him some love and some Phil came out there and was like, "Thank you, Mike," and what I mean. It's just I thought it was cool. It was just very different from what's the dude from the other company? What's it called?
What's it from another company?
Yeah.
That's because people think there was some other stuff going on there.
Because it seemed kind of abrupt, right? It seemed kind of abrupt. Just making an observation, it seemed a little bit more abrupt.
And it was hush hush. Like he didn't say nothing. Like
he's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't even say that.
No,
like I don't think he posted a tweet or anything.
PlayStation announced that he was leaving.
Oh yeah, that other one. I remember that one.
Sean Layden.
Yeah.
Yes, that's his name.
Yep, it's Sean Layden.
And then like the day after he left, PlayStation announced crossplay.
All I'm saying is that
I guess I can play devil's advocate. So, do you think this is going to have huge implications on both sides?
PlayStation,
no.
I think, is having kind of a hierarchical shakeup right now.
Transition phase. To me with Sean was like, to me it was like PlayStation said he dipping. Then you had Mike, who he knew he could have went the same route as Sean did. How long Sean been in the game with PlayStation? Does anybody know?
He was there for a long time.
Like,
Look it up real quick. Hold on, it should take me that long.
yeah, and it really, because 20 years is a long time, and
It was well over that. I can tell you that now.
Okay.
He's been there for a minute.
Okay, he's been there for a minute. Okay, so for me, it's like, if I would go Mike's route if I knew that I made connection with all these gamers and I'm working at this.
He started Sony in 1987.
Ooh,
I was born in 85.
He's a lifer. He's a lifer.
Oh.
Shoot.
Damn. 72
So,
years.
Yep.
Yeah.
He started out as a corporate communications department.
Mm.
And see, when people
Tokyo.
leave like this, I think you would have to plan this. Like, you're just not gonna. I'm walking to your office like, oh, I'm quit today. Like,
That's not how I think that happened. I don't think he walked.
And so
in
he-
and was like,
I'm
ready
hoping
to
like they
leave.
have people in place to come in and step up. That's what I'm hoping. Like,
So
y'all
I'm
don't
just
kill my
reading
dream.
information. I'm just reading information here. I gotta preface it with that, but I'm just reading information here. But so he was the CEO after Jack Trenton left the previous position. So, and then in March 2018, he got shifted again to being the CEO of the Worldwide Studios. And then, so now he's departed this, and Jim Ryan took over after the restructuring. So
It's like one person dipped and one person gracefully bowed out, and that speaks volumes to me. Maybe Sean was like, man, you know what? I'm tired of this, man. I'm out. That's a
Like,
long.
he legit woke up one day and like, I'm done.
Yeah. Probably talk to the wife and like, look, honey, I really don't want to go to work today. Well, honey, you've been there like over 20 years. You really don't have to anymore. I don't know if he's working on other endeavors like gaming.
Who are you talking about?
Sean.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I mean, it still remains to be seen. We don't know. He could just be flat out like, I'm done. I'm retiring, and that's it. These things happen. I mean, it's not like he's a young buck and like in his 40s or anything like that. He's 58 years old. So that's like retirement age, roughly 60, 62 typically for most people. But
so good luck to them, because they got some good like silver lining packages. So they gonna be good for a minute, and I hope that either they do some more gaming stuff in the future or not just sit back and relax. So that's my thing. Okay. Anybody else got any tidbits before we go to the questions? Nope. Okay. We're on to our questions, Cherise. Holla at me.
Let's see.
I only see one. So
I want to see one right now, and it's from When Boredom Sets In. I'm trying to skip it, so let me go see if there's another one.
Come on.
Oh gosh.
Y'all know boredom. Like, we love boredom, but boredom is crazy.
No,
You be saying some off the wall stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all ready for this? Okay. Do you remember the 50 Cent G Unit video game?
Skip the question.
See?
You don't
Would you like to see a remaster?
No. About 50? Are you kidding me?
You know what? I don't think I've ever played any of those
Only
games.
thing I liked about 50 is when he said, that's it.
That's
it. That's it.
That's it. Don't be haters. We're not haters. Okay, I have a question. I got one question for you, lady. What is the next game you're gonna play? Like the next game?
The next game for me is Destiny 2 because I gotta get.
New game.
Oh, Outer Worlds for real. Outer Worlds.
Call of a booty.
You gonna stop trying my game,
Why'd you take it personally though? Why'd you take it so personally?
I'm a Call of Duty pro. Everybody knows.
Right. That's just like, she gotta mess with me. She gonna start tweeting, talking about, I can go to bed now since the Dodgers lost.
Oh, that's cold.
Right. So she wanna mess with me all the time, so I'll be messing with her too. So it's Call of Booty.
That's why y'all gonna hit that 950. Y'all can do what y'all want, huh? You and Charisse.
Hey, and this Call of Duty is the reboot,
I'm
right?
at 912 right now.
Call of Duty is the prequel. Call of Duty will be
the prequel. Okay, bet. So then that's a different story, right? So yeah definitely. Let me know how that is. I want to check it out if it's good.
Yeah, I like the first Modern Warfare, so that's why I was excited. We got another question.
I'll be surprised if Delilah get Call of Duty, yo. I ain't never seen her play Call of Duty, bruh.
Oh, I played the Modern Warfare's. Yeah, what you talking about? I mean, but it's got to be good. Like, I don't want to play a rehash Call of Duty.
I feel you. I feel
Like,
you. I feel you.
you know, I'm not big on, once you think about it, I'm not big on the competitive scene. So for me, it's like the story got to be good. It's got to be something that I want to get really into. I'm not big on the competitive type games. You know, I feel like I don't have enough time to get good. Like, you got to be really good in these games. I don't like losing like that. So,
Okay.
You're hilarious. All right, we got another question. I'm gonna read it.
For Mitchie dies a lot. Oh, you got it, Boogie?
Yeah, sorry. How do you
go
think
ahead.
Mike Ybarra leaving Xbox affects them?
them.
Not much.
Wow, not yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't think so.
yeah. I mean, the way
I think
Microsoft is structured, it's like they already. I'm pretty
Right.
sure they knew
There's
about this
somebody that's been shadowing
long in
him forever.
advance, right? They got somebody in mind already, probably.
Mm-hmm. You already know they got somebody on a backup. So it doesn't.
I mean, it's a great person that's leaving, and probably a wealth of knowledge that's leaving with him. But I don't think that they're gonna be in trouble per se.
Yeah.
For it,
Yeah. I agree. I don't think it's gonna be like, oh my god, no. Yeah. So I agree.
Yeah, Mike Ybarra, he was responsible for like a lot of the Xbox Live services and things like that, and so yeah, it's a pretty big enough team, and they got a strong enough structure to just be like, okay, we're gonna get the next guy up, kind of deal. It's not like, as a head of a studio left, or what I mean, somebody's doing some sort of creative type stuff. This is, so I think it should be a smooth transition for him.
All righty then. All right. Any other questions? Going once? Going twice? Nope.
No questions? What?
Nope.
What?
Yo, that's all right, because next weekend is gonna be a gang of questions. Watch. So let's start with outros. Oh, before we start with outros, we are on volume 90, 10 more weeks. We're gonna try 10 more weeks. We got 100 episodes. We're aiming towards December, and we got some special things planned for you. So if you know anybody that ain't subscribed to us, y'all let them know to subscribe to us, because look, y'all having fun over here with us. And I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Let's start with outros. LBOOGIE.
All right, you guys know it's LBOOGIE 0208. I should start streaming again this week on Mixer, so look at my Twitter for the schedules. LBOOGIE 0208 on everything, so y'all can find me everywhere at LBOOGIE 0208.
All right. And what about you, Miss CHAREECE?
Of course, it's your girl CHAREECE. First of all, thank you, Boogie, for starting my streaming. I missed my hide in my office looking at you. So
it's
thanks
gonna
for
be
that.
a different time though now. It's not gonna be until evening.
Oh crap! Yeah. Crap, this is gonna mess up my whole day. Okay, I need you to like wake up early and do this during the day or something. Like, go hide. But yeah, this is your girl CHAREECE here. You can catch me on Mixer. You can catch me on Twitter. I am always lurking somewhere, somehow doing something I'm not supposed to be doing. And just glad to be back. Can't wait to that 100th episode.
Yes. All right, I guess I go.
This
is your girl Delilah_HD. You guys know you can catch me on Twitter. Thank you everyone for rocking out with us and checking out the show. We do appreciate each and every one of you. And you can catch me right here on Grow Women Gaming on Saturdays, noon, 9 Pacific. And so yeah, man, thank you. And see you guys next week.
All right. Last but not least, it's me, Lady Infamous 415. You already know. Y'all can check me at Lady_Infamous30 on Twitter. That's like my new side piece for 2019. So you can just hit me up there. If you want to play games, if you want to check out what streams I'm going on to, anything about Grown Woman Gaming, just I'll be there. And I want to thank everybody that stopped by, and we back on rotation, baby. And you guys have a wonderful weekend, and go Niners.
I don't know about that part.
Man, you don't even like football, CHAREECE. I ain't never hear you talk about no football.
I mean, just because I don't talk about it, I mean I don't know nothing about it.
All right. You guys have a great weekend, y'all.
All right, peace.